Greetings everyone, Cloverfield98 back at it again with another of Ultraman Taiga. Now this is supposed to be episode 5. I say supposed to be because YouTube's copyright decided to be a huge pain in my butt. I've tried reflecting it, I've tried saving it under a different guise, I've tried saving it with a different URL, I've tried doing all kinds of things with it, but no matter what I do, copyright seems to tackle it even if it's just like a 5-second clip. I even tried doing 5-second clips of this thing, but still, bam, copyright gets it. So, I've had to get creative. The creativity being, unless you guys want it to be a mirrored, purple filtered, slanted, and in Turkish for some reason episode, then unfortunately I have to do it like this. I'm going to give you guys a plot synopsis using stills from the show, which is going to be a pain because I'm going to try and convey as best I can with it. So, what we're going to do here is try and show you what I can and tell you the story because I have seen the full episode in my previous, was it now 4 or 5 recordings of this episode? I've pretty much memorized it at this point is what I'm saying. So let's get into it and see what I can do to at least help you guys enjoy it, as it were. So, let's give it a shot. So, the first part of this is The Future You Decide. Pretty fair title. Now, come on. So, like I said, so hopefully I don't get copyrighted for that because it was just a single little, 3 or 4 second clip there. So, they're just hanging out in their office. Their boys are working out of training a bit while Perika, the tech girl, is currently, well, was on her phone. Sorry. Been a long day for me, plus I'm fighting a cold. So, they have a giant monster attack, and that's the bad boy right there. Segmeger, apparently. He's apparently a traveling alien that goes from planet to planet to destroy it and make nests of it in order to keep on spreading further across the galaxy. Now, here's the thing. It is summoned there, it doesn't just get there by itself. Someone has to summon it, so that means there's something unknown up here. So, yep, they're talking about it online, they're noticing, then Taiga, of course, rushes in after he dodges his friends in the office, tackling it down, starts fighting it until it starts using poison attacks, as you can see by his purple arm. Now, he does manage to fight it off, but not before his arm gets bitten like that. So he has to try and do his best to do a Styrium burst, right point blank range onto the head, and manages to defeat Segmeger right there. But no ring drops, meaning that it's not defeated, because there is still a summoner who can bring it back. So he disappears, and of course there's the intro right there. Yep, so here we go. So, The Future You Decide, that's the episode title. What we got here is you can tell, thanks to the poison, the bite, and the point blank blast, he unfortunately couldn't heal the damage and is thus reflected in his human form. So now he's got to excuse this by saying I rushed out to help and then, well, I got injured during the help, so, you know. Then this guy is one of the aliens who lost their planet, so he came in there to warn them about Segmeger. Yep, they come across, expanding their territory, multiplying, Segmeger, and there's a summoner, of course, like I said earlier. Now, they have to sort through the people now that were all at the scene because there's so many people running around trying to escape the monster attack. So now it's up to them to try and get the skinny of the information on the ground floor, if you would. So Pirika has to go out there for once, while Hiroyuki has to stay in the office and go through the camera footage, while she goes out with her scanner to try and see if there's any anomalies or strange energy readings that she could track down here. And there she meets a friend. They both want similar dresses, but different styles, as you can tell. They talk about how they're both skipping work, how they're both trying to find time away from the stress of it, as it were. So he calls themselves the Same Look Work Skip Buddies, apparently. Well, Same Look Skip Day Buddies. A little bit lame for a name, but it's Pirika. You gotta face the fact that she thinks differently from us. And yeah, he's got a lot of cameras to check. Anyway, yeah, so of course Taiga materializes to tell him about the whole, give his 2 cents on this situation, as it were. You're kind of lame. And of course, he gets knocked over into the cup of coffee and starts drowning. Anyway, so they're hanging out more, starting to talk to each other. The girl's name is revealed to be Aoi. However, she also reveals that she has a secret project, but she won't give details of who she works for, what the project does, or what she's supposed to be doing, or what exactly her job is. So yeah, this is a bit suspect here. Yep, getting the place ready, probably for the invasion she's a part of, as it were, from Segmiger. So yeah. And of course, she talks about how she's stuck here. She can't leave her company. But then Purika tells her, "Oh no, you can always change. You can always tell where you can always change your idea. Think about what you're doing." And unfortunately, it's revealed that Purika did get a message from Hiroyuki saying that Aoi is the one who was the one responsible. So, yep. So she's revealed to be the summoner and does her summoning after realizing, oh, my new friend now knows who I am, so I got no choice left. I gotta summon the evil monster that I apparently am the only one who has a choice of summoning him on this planet. Not quite clear on that one either in my case. Anyway, so we got the Segmiger is back, of course, because he's been resummoned, because until the summoner dies, he can't die. So he goes into Taiga form, of course, to try and take him out. They do their battle with the kicks, flips, blasts, and energy and everything. But then he realizes, this guy is he's pretty tough, so I gotta switch forms. After using a battle ring from the astronaut battler here. So he decides to change forms into Fuma. So Fuma, with his speed and agility, manages to do some decent damage against Segmiger. However, back with Purika and Aoi, though, it's getting harder and harder to get through to her, as you can tell. Segmigo is kind of brainwashed her people into thinking they're the superiors just because they were chosen to be his summoning transportation system. They're basically his Uber drivers at this point, of the Silver Silver for Galactus. And of course, Traeger's just loving the drama, of course, because that's another pair of friends fighting it out. Why not? Which probably ends in one of them dying. Fun times. Yeah, Fuma is not doing so well. He's actually losing, so they have to change their tactics to Titus. If you can't outspeed him, outbuff him. So he shows him that muscle man's energy, being able to throw him around, beat him up until he cuts off the tail, which unfortunately releases a bunch of blood with poison juice within it. So yeah, it's not good. Yep, and the poison is starting to corrode him, weaken him, making him unable to fight properly. And of course, Purika asks her the important question. When you get Earth, what are you going to do? And she just says, move on to the next planet. Yeah, guys, she doesn't care if the whole planet's getting destroyed. She just wants to keep on moving, running the mission. Because that's all she's known. Yeesh, and they're just destroying everything. Buildings, Ferris wheel, everything's. I mean, fair point, but you don't have to shove it in her face like that, if you would. Yep. And she sighs, and she finally realizes, you know what? This is wrong. Especially with the tears helping on that one. So, they now realize that beat Segmiger. And of course she calls her out. Same look and skip work, but he sounds really lame. Should have said so sooner. Jeez. But yeah, so Titus is losing because the poison's eating away at him, and he doesn't have a way to fight it off until it's revealed that the summoner has the antibody against the poison. So, Aoi decides to give up herself, giving up her entire body and all the antibodies within it to help Titus and being able to fight off all the poison. Yep, and she's making a noble sacrifice even though she's the cause of it. I think that's my only complaint here. So yeah, so she gives up her form, all the antibodies flow into Titus, and thus he's able to regain his strength and be able to actually fight back against Segmiger with full power mode. And the X bracelet in order to be able to, excellent I think, in order to be able to do a thunder burst attack and bring down Segmiger to a decent amount of health. As shown here, the electro burst, and then bam, there he goes. And there, with the summoner gone and him finally defeated again, he gets the ring of Sigmager. Which probably is some sort of poison attack, but either way. So, he has to fly off. We all gather back at work, wondering where is Parika until she comes in just 30 seconds before the shift starts. And is, of course, missing Aoi as she realizes, you know, we gotta keep fighting for people like her. People who feel like they have no choice left but to help the aliens. And that's the end of the episode. Like I said, it's pretty straightforward. I don't know why YouTube was blocked it so thoroughly. Like, I couldn't get anything longer than 5 seconds there. Even, like, mirrored it, tilted it, purple filtered it, even at the same time. Even muted it for one recording. I got nothing. Yeesh, I don't know. YouTube's a bit crazy with the copyright. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the synopsis, though. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to give you, like, full-on moving scenes from it, but at least we should be able to get this uploaded. If this doesn't work, I am terribly sorry, but I'm giving up on episode 5. Anyway, so there we go. Let's hope this loads up, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys' reaction to this. You guys take care. I'll see you around. Bye!